How you doing? I'm Sean McVeigh with Sean's Outdoor Adventures, and in this video I'm going to compare the Bear Approach and the Bear Approach HC. What is the difference? What does that mean to you as the consumer? And which one should you buy? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. The first thing I want to point out is this is a single cam bow. The bottom has a cam, which is an ovular shape. The top is a perfect circle. This one has cams on both the bottom and the top. That is a huge difference. One is a single cam bow, such as this. It's going to feel a little smoother drawing it back, but you don't have to worry about synchronizing two cams because there's only one. Whereas with this one, you will get a little more speed out of a two cam bow because you can store more energy. However, there's more tuning involved and more tuning upkeep with a double cam bow. So then comes the question, do you want a slightly faster bow, but one that you'll also have to keep up on the tuning, or one that you don't mind if it's a little bit slower, but you don't have to worry so much on if the synchronization or timing goes out? And if the synchronization or timing does go out, it really can have an impact on your shooting. So if one cam is hitting before the other, it could cause your arrows to start hitting high or low on the target. It could also cause your arrows to start fishtailing because of the way that the cams are acting on the firing of the arrow. However, if you are able to keep up on the tuning, a double cam bow can give you a little more speed. Let's shoot these both through the chronograph just to see. They're both set at 65 pounds, just right around 30-inch draw length. So I'm going to shoot a 325 grain arrow through the chronograph. That's 5 grains per pound. The more you get into archery, you're going to hear about IBO, that's International Bow Hunting Organization. They set a standard of 5 grains per pound for their tournaments. So a lot of manufacturers have begun to rate their bows according to the IBO standard, which means how fast does their bow shoot with a 5 grain per pound arrow. So I'm going to shoot both of these at 65 pounds, 325 grain arrow. Let's see which one is faster. Okay, so right here is my chronograph. It is ready to go. I'm going to shoot this. Now with the single cam, there is a cable stop, which means there's a thing that will hit the cable and I won't be able to pull it back any farther. So I'm going to talk about that when I hit full draw here. So I'm at that cable stop. It's very solid for a cable stop, which is good, especially for a single cam bow. Some are so smushy that you can pull them really far. You can pull it a little bit against it, but it's not bad. As far as how easy it comes off of that cable stop, it holds on pretty good. I would give it a 6 out of 10. Maybe even close, yeah, about a 6 out of 10. And as far as how solid it is, about a 6 or 7 out of 10. It's not super solid, but it's not that bad. Is that your new bow? And last but not least, alright, now I'm going to shoot the Approach HC with the 325 grain tip arrow, 65 pounds, and we will see what it's like. Wow, so there you have it. You're seeing quite a difference, about a little over 30 feet per second difference. Now this does have a little more vibration in it when it's shot. It's not bad though. It's a little bit more of a radical draw cycle, so it's, you know, a little stiffer when you pull it back. So those are some things to consider when you're looking to purchase one bow over the other. But let's go back to the home office, just double check the data and give some final statements. Well, folks, wow! Over a 30 feet per second difference between the Approach HC and the Approach. And I'm going to be perfectly honest right here. The Approach HC, for what it was doing, it was shooting faster than some of the bows I've tried out this year that cost $1,500. Now, obviously, some of the materials in there aren't going to be as pricey as those $1,500 bows, but folks, that bow, actually both bows, you could definitely go out and hunt with. But as far as stacking up to what some of the flagship bows, anybody who asks me this year, what bow should I get? I've got a budget of about, I want to spend about $400 on the bow, whatever. This is the bow. So far, out of what I've tried so far this year, this is a really good bow. And for the price, I don't know. I haven't shot anything yet this year that can beat it for the price. So hats off to Bear for the Approach HC. Now, I will also say this. I put the bow on the draw board to verify the draw length. And when I did that, the timing was a little bit out on the cams. What happens when the timing is out a little bit on the cams is it can throw off the arrow flight a little bit, but it could also make the bow louder. And depending on the situation, it could make the bow a little slower or a little faster. It really all depends on certain variables. But, I mean, there's always a chance this bow could have been like a foot per second faster or, something like that if those cams were perfectly timed. What's that mean to you, though, as a consumer is, if you're going to order this bow off the internet, there is a chance that the timing isn't going to be absolutely perfect and it'll need some tuning. So if that's not something you have access to or can do yourself, keep that in mind. I mean, the bows do need to be tuned sometimes, and especially having a dual cam bow, that what happens is when a cable stretches or something, or sometimes when the string stretches, it can alter the timing. And so really all you need to do is put it in a bow press, put an extra twist or a half a twist in that cable that's stretched, bring it back into specification, and everything works well again. With the single cam, just the Approach, you don't have to worry about all that because there's only one cam. So the synchronization issue isn't there. Even if you got a little stretch, the bow is still going to operate pretty much the same as it has been. So at the end of the day, if you're someone looking for the fastest bow you can get for one of the lowest prices you can get it for, the Approach HC might be a bow for you to look at. If you're looking for a bow that you don't have to worry about the tuning, the Approach model with the single cam is probably something to consider in that situation. So I am Sean McVeigh with Sean's Outdoor Adventures. I thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you're new to archery, make sure you check out my channel. It is loaded with archery tips videos and also tips on how to begin hunting and things like that. So definitely subscribe and check out my channel. Go to the playlist and just see all the information I got. And there is a ton. Until next time, take care and God bless.